we go, 20,000 miles. Nice. Hello YouTube, welcome back to the 392, and today's video is going to be about how my Jeep Wrangler 392 has been after 20,000 miles. So first thing I thought we would do that would make sense is, if you're new to the channel, just kind of show you guys what we've done with this thing since I've had it, and you know, different off-road trips, and just let you hear this awesome V8, aka the sound of my people, and then we'll get into how this Jeep has been. Right here, just imagining that if we get to someone Alright, so now we reminded ourselves what we've done with this Jeep since I've had it. Let's go ahead and get into how it's been to own. So real quick, this Jeep is bone stock with the exception of I added 35s and different wheels that obviously have a different offset. Other than that, that is it. No other modifications. This thing is bone stock exactly how it came from the factory. And I'm afraid this video might be a little bit boring because there's not really much that has gone wrong, if anything at all, with this Jeep. It's been fantastic. However, one little thing that has gone wrong, if you will, is that. So not a huge thing, but just, you know, that is starting to come up on the Rubicon 392 stitching on the driver's seat. The passenger seat is totally fine. Just in the driver's seat, where obviously more wear happens, that's starting to fray just a little bit, but not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things. Could be much worse. Okay, so like you guys saw in the intro, we've taken it off-road, which means how is everything held up underneath? And honestly, it's been pretty solid. You know, there's no leaks going on, there's nothing that's cracked, the suspension is still doing good. You know, there's no real, I've had no mechanical issues with this thing at all, like zero, whether it's been off-roading or whether it's been on the road. I did have to replace a tire, but that wasn't necessarily like the Jeep's fault. That was blind luck and someone hitting the wheel. But other than that, this thing has been great. Exterior wise, haven't had any issues. The biggest issue is, which is going to be very common for every Jeep, which is cracks in the windshield. There's one right over there and there's one right here. And now again, this is just a common Jeep thing. Every single Jeep has this issue, and it's honestly one of the biggest pains, because you'll be driving along and then smack, and you get a giant crack, and then you've got to replace a windshield. This is now going to be the, I believe, the third windshield in 20,000 miles that I've had to replace. And I gotta say, this is the Gorilla Glass windshield option, and I gotta say, I see absolutely zero difference in it. I'd love to sit there and be like, oh yeah, guys, if you're buying a Jeep, go ahead and get the Gorilla Glass. Like, as you guys can see, there he is right there, this little guy. But I haven't noticed a difference at all in how durable the windshields have been. They're basically exactly the same. Now I am thinking about getting basically like PPF for this, which is basically, think of it as like a screen protector but for your windshield. And I feel like that's gonna be a little bit better, but other than that, that's the biggest thing. Other than that, it's just been regular maintenance, oil changes, you know, nothing crazy. These particular tires have about, I think they have about 10 or so thousand miles on them, because obviously I went from 33s to 35, so again, nothing real major going on there. There's just nothing really that's going wrong with it. It's just standard Jeep stuff. Cracked windshields, you know, little scrapes underneath the undercarriage on the skid plates and whatnot, which is exactly how they should be. But yeah, mechanically wise, guys, I haven't had any problems with it. Also, I apologize if this video is coming out, not if, that this video is coming out later than usual. It's just I happen to be pretty busy today, and I'm also filming, editing, and posting this on the same day, so apologies for that. But again, just wanted to give you guys an update because, you know, it hit 20,000 miles. The Bronco is also almost at 20,000 miles. But as you guys know, so far, this thing has been fantastic. Whether it's been off-roading, on the road, it's been great. no real mechanical issues going on, and which is really all you can ask for. And again, it's only 20,000 miles, plenty more to come on this thing. And it's just slight wear and tear, you know, like I said, on the seat, where the stitching is, it's getting a little worn, and obviously, again, the windshields are just ridiculous. But again, that's just a Jeep thing, not a Wrangler 392 specific thing. Engine's been great, haven't had any issues with it, just regular oil changes and, you know, regular maintenance on it, haven't had to do anything special. Because of that, I do run premium, obviously, because it is required. Only other issue I will say is every now and then the parking sensors in the rear get a little out of whack, and if I stay in reverse for too long, the corner one will just sit there and beep. And I got it fixed, but it seems like it just pops up here and there, just kind of flares up. So that's, I'd say, is probably the only real issue I have. Other than that, though, guys, this thing has been great. Plenty more trips to come with this thing. As you guys know, I love it. But if you guys have any questions that I maybe didn't go over about, you know, how it's been after 20,000 miles, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, thanks for watching this update, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.